A lot of people have been expressing interest about it, and I thought I would take this wonderful opportunity to do a close-up tour of the Sprocket Rocket, including its drivetrain. So there's one overhung rider behind the rear wheel. These shells are removable so that it can be less than the 53-foot trailer limit, or total limit for vehicles on the road. It's technically not legal, I hear, when the so brakes. Power from this rider goes, you know what, I'm not going to turn anything. There is the gearbox and a giant disc brake. Wow. Hi. It's a lot of contraption, yep. Wow, very recumbent seat here. Every rider's got their own handle, microphones and headsets for everybody. Excellent chain guard there. Get back, scoot. Right. Sit. Yes. I don't want him to be where the sun has heated the pavement. And yep. So it's a standard bike chain, and each rider connects in series to the adjacent rider. So the chain's got to carry the, these are the inventors and builders. Shock absorbers under the seats for each rider. Hey guys, I was taking the opportunity to share with some friends the structure of it. You guys are the inventors, right?
Yeah,
I'm shooting video, just FYI. Okay. And how does it steer?
This lever right here.
If you look in there, you can see it.
Could you actuate that? And I can. Okay, yeah, there it goes.
This is the brake.
Oh yeah, some massive pivot point there, and the whole axle shifts.
They locked them up and popped 4 tires.
I saw that video. That was pretty impressive.
Stopped a little too hard.
Wow.
It's all mechanical because the hydraulics don't have enough retraction on the pads.
And is this just a jaw mechanism for the caliper?
Yeah, that's it. It's like a compound, like bolt cutters.
Okay. Oh, right. So you can generate the necessary clamping force?
Yeah, so we adjust where we want it.
Hydraulic didn't back off.
Yeah, this way.
It's too much drag with it.
Yeah. And then our pads, they square up. When you open them up, they square up. So they're clear of the disc. And then when they come in, they're able to float on the disc.
Gotcha. So they're not rubbing.
But they're Kawasaki Ninja pads and discs.
And I wonder if you could help me understand, or all of the interested parties understand, what the current limitations are with this.
Well, it's long and heavy. That's the big thing. And
you need a lot of room to store it.
Probably, yeah, you need a lot of room to store it, and a lot of room to carry it. There are...
In terms of power transmission, though, are you able to get all 5 riders max power to the road?
Yeah, they sure are. That's not a problem at all. It's limitation is aerodynamics. You know, these little bitty ones are pretty good.
I was guessing that it might be a chain stretch or slipping teeth, but no. I guess I'm mistaken about that.
No, we had a overload clutch built into the system, and they slipped that. We and that was specifically to protect the drivetrain.
And that's what you were getting the new drive springs for, to increase the spring constant?
We didn't need it. All we had to do was back them off, loosen the chain. The clutch friction. Yeah, thanks. And then that took care of that problem. The last thing is they were popping the chain, and that's
off of the sprocket or in half?
Right here. When they were on the road and they got up to the highest, because we're using a Di2 derailleur, and we put this mechanism which allows us to
Float the chain side to side.
centralize it where we want it. Originally, we were going to actually let the thing float around, or we were going to control it remotely. We decided then we just set it so it's as close to nominal as we could. It's a mountain gear train, so 46 at the high end, 11 at the low end. It's a big drop.
Wow.
So we had it centered so it worked good on everything. But when they got to 9th and 10th gear and they pushed on it real hard, they were popping the chain. So we realigned it so it works really good on 11 and 10 and 9.
Is this actuated, or does it just float to center it?
Right now it's free float on bearings, and then we put the screws hold it on both sides, so we can dial it where we want.
I
and
see.
lock it.
Nice.
That allows us to dial it into exactly where. In this case, we got it centered so it's nice and vertical.
Yeah, that's
in
the
the
brake.
higher gears.
That's the brake caliper mechanism for the rear brake. Gosh.
Right.
Massive. So it looks like a 3-to-1 lever arm or something like that?
Yeah, it depends on where we want it. We've got this one dialed down a little further. We can adjust it where we want it. It's got a switch on there for brake when we put the brake light in the back.
Okay. And so to understand then, your assessment of the limitations are that it's just rolling friction because of the weight, and limited acceleration maybe because of the weight, or skin drag from the...
Mostly skin drag.
Okay.
Mostly skin drag. There's some... it's a downhill course, so that in general you're trying to accelerate against the inertia of the weight. A little bit of an issue. We got the chains running pretty free. Maybe 50 watts worth of effort for all these guys, and it's nothing to them. Yeah, when you're pushing something that heavy, if you're going 50 miles an hour and you want to get it up to 60, you got to accelerate it.
Yep.
At the same time, the wind is cranking up on the cube of the energy going in, so you're fighting that. So we knew that would be a challenge at the beginning, but we thought, well, let's see what we can do.
Do you think that means that it will in the future that so many riders in a long streamliner may not be the optimal solution?
You know, if somebody were to spend more time on aero, we're mechanical engineers.
I can tell.
I have an FEA package. I use SolidWorks in my daily thing. So we designed all this, stressed it out, and it's a safe bike.
What's the wall thickness on these, by the way?
1/8 1/4" on the bottom one. That's the main one, and of course it's structural.
Massive.
These are all 1/8" aluminum structures. It's about a 5-to-1. There's very little deflection with full weight in the middle.
Yeah. It's quite a beam.
That was our main goal: safety. Somebody else can build a lighter one. They could work on the skin to get better aero. If you have access to CFD software, some of that can be very expensive, and we're self-funded.
So,
it's
this is a superhuman self-funded effort. And so basically the equilibrium, the riders are all out and they're at equilibrium with aero drag at the top speed.
Yeah, right around 55. It looks like 55 to 60 with this configuration. We ran with no wheel pants today because they wanted to give it a try. We know that's slower. Tomorrow morning we're going to go out with the wheel pants again. We fixed the wheel. A chain pop issue. We fixed,
how did you fix the chain pop issue? Just recentering it?
By recentering.
Got it. Yeah.
That took care of that. It just was when they get up there, it was just ready to pop, and then it would go on, and then we've got funnels to keep it from bring it back to.
Oh, great! Yeah.
So I think it was coming loose and dropping back again.
Awesome. Well, I have a number of mechanical engineer colleagues. I am also, and everybody is super engaged, asking lots of questions about your vehicle. So thanks for elaborating.
You bet.